Hello everyone, Darcinovia here once again, and this time, this is my review on A Stitch in Time. This is written by the actor who played Garrick, and, well, how is this book? Before I get into that, I gotta just gonna tell my feelings about the character of Garrick. Garrick is one of my all-time favorite Star Trek characters. When he was first introduced in Deep Space Nine, when I was watching it for the first time, I couldn't help but be mesmerized by this character. Here you have this random Cardassian in a station primarily dominated by Bajorans and various other alien species. Why is he the only Cardassian on the station? What is his story? We get glimpses of his backstory in one of the season 2 episodes, where he has one of the most memorable quotes in Star Trek, where he says, and I quote, "All the stories are true, including the lies." No, that's a butchering. No, if I'm going to do one of the best lines in Star Trek, I will read this. "Of all the stories you told me, which ones were true and which ones weren't? My dear doctor, they're all true. Even the lies, especially the lies." That's a memorable quote, and that stuck with me. I couldn't help. What is there to this character's story? Because his backstory isn't revealed in Deep Space Nine. We get glimpses of his backstory, and I think from a TV perspective, that's what makes him fascinating. This novel does give us a more complete picture of Garrick, but it doesn't reveal too much about him. It gives us glimpses of his childhood, and his time in the Obsidian Order, and why this book does reveal why he was exiled, and how he became where he was in Deep Space Nine. This novel also gives us, glimpses of events during the final season from his point of view. Now, this book is written in first person, so for those of you who don't like, their books written in first person because, it feels too fan fiction-y, I think it works for this book. I feel like for a character like Garrick, I feel like it works having a book that kind of reads like a journal entry, because that's essentially what this book is. Because I feel like for a character like Garrick, I don't think we could actually get a character-driven book any other way. This is a character-driven book. This is a character study on Garrick and his, development as a person from childhood to post Deep Space Nine. And it makes me even more fascinated by the Cardassians' culture. And this, book made me more intrigued by, other sources of the Star Trek literary verse that does actually explore the Cardassian, culture in further, detail. This book, I feel like, adds more depth to Garrick that he already had in the show itself. And it makes me looking forward to seeing this character again in future stories when I read, the relaunch novels, that take place after this. Now, this is the last of the numbered books for Deep Space Nine, and I feel like what way to end the numbered line for Deep Space Nine than probably the best, Deep Space Nine book in this line, as far as I know. But to be honest, I don't know how anything in this line can top this. Not only does this book, give you insight more into Cardassian culture, we get more insight on the development of Garrick and how he becomes the person that we see him in Deep Space Nine and the person that we see him after, the show ended. This novel could have easily had sucked, had it been written by any other writer. But I felt like the past portions, the present portions, I feel like it made this book the way it is. This book is a recommendation. If you've seen all of Deep Space Nine and you want to look for a good Star Trek story, especially a good Deep Space Nine story, this is definitely the one for you. Not only, does this give us more, detail about Cardassian culture, you also get to read more about what goes on in Garrick's head, what were his thoughts at certain points of his life, and overall, it's a really good story. If there ever was an audiobook, I would like the actor of Garrick to read it. This is one of the best Star Trek books, and I can't recommend this enough. Classic rating. May we all live long and prosper, and see you guys next time with another video. Later.